Testing, testing, testing. What's good? This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. We're going to get right into the news right now. All right, so we got a couple things. Okay, first, let's get right into it. We're waiting for some people to get in here, but we'll just start the news, and then we'll go through it again after people get in here. Okay, so first, PJ Washington says stop the cap because people discuss a resurfaced video of Brittany Renner, author. She's an author? And ex-wife to Hornets forward PJ Washington, laughing and saying the athletes are really dumb. Well, PJ Washington helped her prove that right? Because PJ Washington is now going to have to pay her child support, and that's what she always wanted. I am Coffee with Tea in the room. Where's the Rude Battle Rap Podcast? What's good? Todd Samuel, member. Dead Serious, respectfully. Kevin Taylor, what's good? Nina, she's a member. TTO's a member now. I am Coffee. First, let's get right into it. Todd Samuel, she's a gold digger. Mike Young, Spencer 42, powerful. Being the YouTube review queen. What's good? Whiskey the Don is a member. Shout out to all the members. Nikki D, Martin Flow Rider, Jersey representative. I see you all in the room. Let's get into it. So PJ Washington played, he got tricked. He's young. He got, she did the right things, man. Brittany Renner, she went in on him, okay? And she tricked him out of his money. And he's going to have to play hard to pay them bills. Jersey representative, I see you, Mr. T, 2GM on it, Speakerson. So, I hope Chris Wingell, Jeffrey, what's good? I want to become Jersey, you want to become a member? It's on the computer, I think, and there's a join button below somewhere. It says join somewhere. Also, there's a link in all the videos. It says become a member. I appreciate anybody who becomes a member. I salute you guys because you're just helping out the whole situation here. It just really helps. Okay, so Brittany Renner, she got him. She tricked him, and that I don't know if you guys saw that clip, but it was funny. Trippy Cash, NHB, Martin Flow Rider. Okay, so then we got Freaky Zeke. His name is Ezekiel Giles, okay? Don Philly 215, I see you. We're going to do the news, and then I'll do more shout-outs in a minute. Okay, so Jim Jones. First, Wack went and hot sauces in the room. So Jim Jones, he goes off on Wack 100 last night because Wack 100 sat down with Nina. I mean, it's not with Nina. Wack 100 sat down with Tekashi, and he talked about, Jim Jones. Jim Jones might be a rat and all this other stuff. It's crazy. So Jim Jones is trying to clear his name, but he's not clearing it himself. Jim Jones he's having people speak for him. He calls his man in jail, Mel, who's locked up because of all this, right? Boom. He says, and Mel disses him, right? And then he gets on this public room with all his friends in it, and no disrespect to his friends. They're doing what they got to do. They're sticking up for their friend. But Jim's not talking himself, or at least letting them speak. Jim's not out here defending himself, going straight up at Wack 100. He's talking around the whole issue, and that's weird. Address the situation. Then he says a rat can't agree with a rat. He repeats what 21 Savage said. And then, they're talking about Tekashi being a rat and this, Meanwhile, Jim Jones is on wiretaps. This isn't secret stuff. This was played in court. Jim Jones never really addressed this. Now, there's certain lawyers that, they'll say, oh, well, he wasn't in this because of that. Some people say they chose not to go after the wiretap and conspiracy charge. I don't know. There might be a reason why they didn't go after a conspiracy charge for that phone call, but they played it for context, right? Anyways, Jim is so against rats, right? So against rats. And I hate to do this, okay? And I knew this was going to come up because this was a topic of conversation 13 years ago, okay? 13 years ago, this was a topic of conversation because this is a case from 2003. Now, we'll say allegedly because we don't know all the context, okay? So, allegedly, Freaky Zeke took a plea deal in 2003. Okay, it says Mr. Giles entered a guilty plea during a drug felony case that he would be part of a plea bargain that he would cooperate as an informant to some unrelated drug investigations in Hanover County. She did not confirm your claim that he was told he would get 36 to 42 months if he cooperated by testifying in your case, or even that testifying in your case was an explicit condition of his plea bargain in North Carolina. But she remembered a specific conversation with New York County Prosecutor Harvey Rosen, where Rosen called her to report that Giles had cooperated. Now, I remember this coming up, right? So we can't definitely say this is Freaky Zeke, but because his name is, it's just weird, man. You know that it's weird. You know that's coming. See, I knew that was going to come back up because they said InfoMinds reported this whole thing a while back, right? This is a 2018 letterhead, okay? This is a spooky situation. Chauncey Dillon was sentenced to 30 years to life in 2004 for allegedly assaulting Dipset rapper Freaky Zeke, born Ezekiel Giles, not Giles, Giles, entering Freaky's friend during a shootout in Manhattan. I think there's footage of that thing that happened, but anyways, this was released today by InfoMinds, and InfoMinds is usually on point, okay? So Chauncey Dillon sent us some paperwork, claims that Zeke entered into a guilty plea. Now, this is all allegedly. I mean, we don't know if this paperwork's 100% official, but I remember this coming up in 2008. And Freaky Zeke had to explain it. I remember that. You can do your... Yeah, that's definitely on the internet. So, I don't know, man. You can't be so mad about this and that when you're standing next to, that. I don't know. It's crazy. So, anyways. Oh, man. So, anyways, let's go to the next topic, because, I don't really care about that stuff. It's like, Jim Jones, I just don't, he's always, he's doing this really goofy way of responding to everything when I'm like, yo, dude, just ignore it. If you were ignoring it before, when you were ignoring it when 50 Cent was pointing this out in court, right? I mean, not in court. As a response to the court wiretaps being played, 50 Cent was saying, it's kind of spooky how Jim Jones isn't involved in all this, how he wasn't picked up, right? Now, I don't know, maybe they let him slide. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, international, let's go through some shout outs and then we'll get into the next piece of news. And Wack 100 is supposedly banned from Brooklyn and all this. It sounds good, People are just mad. People are mad, It's crazy. Little Honda Civic says, come out of retirement, film a music video. I don't know about that. Maybe. Miko Files says Giles. Yeah, it is Giles. Vino, the most vision. Jersey representative. Yes, he got run over by a car. Yep, I remember that. Whiskey to Don. Zeke told the whole story on Queen's Flip Show. Okay, so go. I can't remember every podcast. I remember he had some explanation for the whole thing. That's why I say allegedly. But all that stuff's coming back up, and I knew that was because now we're talking about all this. I knew this was gonna happen when Wack 100 and Tekashi talked about it and Jim responded. I was like, here we go, because that just brings more light to it. It brings more attention to it. Jim was better off just not responding with anything if he didn't want to go back into it, because it just brings so much past stuff up. Todd Samuel, he joined the JT member squad. Hot Sauce 19 says, what up? Nina, NHB, Trippy Cash, Jeffrey, Speakerson. I'm on at 2G. Miko Files. I see you all in the room. Justin Durham. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm not missing anyone purposely. Dustin Durham. I see you. Mukbang. I see you. This is the bring down. Yeah, okay. I love it when people just bring down. Nobody's trying to bring anybody specifically because of how they look down, okay? We talk about everything on this show. I hate it when people try to make it where we're going against each other. You know what I mean? That's so corny. I don't see all that stuff, man. We're just talking about the news here, you know? You can't tell the truth nowadays, you know? People hide behind stuff, you know what I mean? This is just the news, okay? It's called This is like CNN. We talk about anything, okay? Jim Jones was better off ignoring it. They all cap for publicity. I don't know if this is all cap for publicity. What up from Alaska? Cam, what's good, my guy? Jim Jones' joke didn't have all that energy in with True Life. They tried to. They went back and forth for a while, but it just didn't work out. He didn't have that energy at the Rucker. Well, dude, he was outnumbered at the Rucker. I'll give him that. Okay? And he did have... I'll give him this at the Rucker. He did punch the guy in the face in front of a lot of people. He knew he was outnumbered. Okay? So I don't... I thought it was funny, the whole Rucker thing, because Jim was wild. Jim was a wild boy back then. Okay? And I just think that he gets himself into trouble now trying to play up this gangster image too long. You know what I mean? Like... Look, he's on wiretaps and everything. You know, this stuff it ends one way, that's for sure, you know? And hopefully he's good, you know? I'm not saying he should go. I'm just saying it's a little spooky. Anyone else would say it's spooky. People don't. I didn't want to see that. You don't want to see that with Jim Jones. We all, you know, grew up listening to that music. You know, he grew up himself listening to that music. And it's just weird. I don't know. Smurf the Great. Yep, people just mad. Tekashi exposed it. Yeah, Tekashi probably has plenty of skeletons in his closet. You know what I mean? Everybody does. Smurf the Great. When you have a cover, you got to play the part. He rocked it. He rocked at the Rucker too. Yo, dude, you got to give him credit at the Rucker. He punched somebody in the face, and they all chased him. I mean, hey, he got it off. Okay. The True Life situation, True Life was targeting him, and True Life was like a bully. You know, I'm not saying that he's wrong. I'm just saying True Life was doing the bullying and he was winning. Okay? In that situation. That was just how it was. The Max B situation. Max B had a perfect reason to get mad. Jim Jones wouldn't let him out of his contract, and Jim Jones wasn't really helping him at all. And Jim Jones knew he needed the money because he had a pending case. And Jim Jones did not. All Jim Jones did was give him money that he was owed for that case, okay? I remember dealing with when Max B broke it down, and then there was paperwork to back everything up where, like, the lawyer was hired by somebody else, not Jim Jones. Another girl put up the money and all that stuff. Hey, you know. Roan Thomas. I hope not, Roan Thomas. I hope he's not. I'm just saying, this whole situation is spooky. They left Jim in the park. Yeah, everybody ran. Bezel. Jerry, what's good? Chris the Don. Shout out to JT, my good news, my guy. Hey, we're just reporting what's going on out here. Nina, are y'all here? Only one. Smash the like button, too. Smash that like button if you're in the room. Very important. It spreads love. When you spread love, you get good karma back. Make sure you smash the like button. It's free. It's free love. Spread love, okay? So we'll have to see. I think Jim Jones and Wack 100 should get in a conversation and go one-on-one, you know? It doesn't have to be in person, but they should be public because the whole thing's been public, and we want to hear him hash it out, and let's see who makes good points. I don't want to hear everybody's friends talking, okay? Tell it straight up. You know, thanks, Todd. West, Big Lou, TR, what's good? Taekwon, I see you. Stefan, JT, Jim said, I'm Big Billy Goat, Billy Ocean, whatever he said on Versus. We millionaires, we ain't doing that. Yeah, just because you have, I don't care how much money you have. It doesn't mean you're above everything. CK Love, what up, though? Detroit in here. Justin Durham, City Boy, what's good? All right, so next up, we got 50 Cent defends the baby, says he's going to bounce back. We'll have to see. I think he could if he lays low for a while. Mac 104, I see you. CK Love, Dustin Durham, Jerry Matthew, Neighborhood's All-Star. Yeah, Big Bad Billy said he can't come to Brooklyn. That was funny. Live from the block. It's beyond that, bro. Jim called him out his name. That's true. That's true. Jim did take it to another level. 707 Soul Collector. Yeah. I appreciate that, 707. Jersey representative. It's crazy. It is crazy. Frank Sean. Also, Astor Radio was good. Tsunami. Coffee, tea. Oh, is coffee in the room? Oh, yeah. Coffee, tea. What's good, bro? All right. So we'll have to see if the baby can make a comeback. Okay. Now, T.I. says he has a lot of mini-me's running out. He said, you can't compete with the person you're stealing your style from. Then he says, don't forget who taught you it was okay to be king. Replicas can never replace real. But go off, though. If we just being honest, y'all can't even mess with a picture of me. T.I.'s talking spicy today. Jim Jones reacts talking spicy. Keep it going. Yo, T.I. needs to sit down. I mean, he's probably right. T.I. has his own style and everything, but it's like, calm down, T.I. You got bigger things to worry about right now. You got like 20 million pending cases. Focus on that, my G. Stay free for your family. Emory Jones, I see you. Oh, getting back to the Jim Jones thing, I also noticed that he was trying to deflect from everything. Like, yo, everybody's trying to tear me down because I'm this and I'm that. Dude, you are on a wiretap, okay? People have questions. Things were brought up. I don't think Wack 100 and them are trying to bring you down. People are highlighting certain things that weren't brought up. Nobody's trying to specifically tear you down because you're from a certain descent. That's just diverting the attention away from everything. Just say your piece or don't say anything. He shouldn't have said anything. Chris the Don, what's good? Marcus Epps, Jersey representative. I do not like Audis. People hating on Jim. That's my job. Nobody's hating on Jim. Steve Powers, Dallas Love. Jim released one of the best albums out of New York City last year. He's the better rapper out of Dipset right now, okay? We know that. Dallas Love, I see you. Carlo, I saw you up there. What's good, bro? 704 Throwed Off. What's good? Dallas Love. Jeffrey Matthew. Main Event, what's good? And try to uplift. If you see people you see in the chat. Oh, yeah, Carlo, thanks for being a member, bro. If you see people that you see all the time in the chat, uplift them, say hi to each other. Let's try to create more of a community here where everyone's cool with each other, okay? So, like, Carlo, if you see Coffee Tea, try to say what up, you know? Like, say what up to each other, because that makes people feel good, man, you know? B-Jack TV is a member. What's good? Todd Samuel, Cashville Gates. I saw... Who did I see up here that always is here? I think Kenwood Drive's in here. I think I saw Main Event. Kenwood Drive. Yep, I saw you. Yep, what's good, man? Stefan, City Boy, Emory Jones, Samantha Smith, Cashville. And I read all your stuff. If you disagree with me, I'll read it. You know, it doesn't mean I have to agree. We have to agree with each other. Okay, we can disagree. That's okay in here. First timers, I see. Tiffin Smith, what is good? Main Event. What happened with Wack and Jim now? I missed it. Well, basically, people were trying to bring up that Freaky Zeke allegedly snitched a long time ago and gave up some information on something. There's like paperwork on InfoMines. If you go on InfoMines, they have it. I'm not going to post the paperwork because I don't even know if it's like 100%. You know, we haven't vetted anything. This has been a rumor that's gone on for 20 years or like, you know, like 15 years, okay? That Freaky Zeke did this and that, okay? Freaky Zeke, I guess, has talked about it on a podcast before. I think I saw it, but I don't remember. It wasn't like the best explanation. You know, he explained something it somehow. Then we got Meek Mill. So Meek Mill, remember he had the problem with Joe Budden. He said, I need my own. This is Meek Mill today. I need my own playlist on major platforms so I can podcast, do interviews, and really do. So he wants his own playlist. He needs his own playlist on all major platforms. Listen to that. He needs his own playlist. Then he wants to do interviews and release new music to be able to monitor and monetize our fans. Okay, is he talking about him doing interviews, interviewing other people, releasing his own new music? Aren't you with a label? Or releasing new music from other people and highlighting it? Then he says, I'm going to go in still, but it's unmotivating when you're going against gimmicks. Let us get in it. Dude, this guy, first of all, this isn't clear. Why are you talking to Twitter about it? Why don't you go to... You're friends with billionaires. You're friends with Jay-Z, who's friends with everybody, okay? And you're going to Twitter, my G? You know everybody. You got the connections. You got the... Joe Budden's looking for new people. But talking about Joe Budden, does anybody remember this with Meek Mill? Because I do. I do. I'll play it right now. Here it is.
With you, boy. Well, first of all, don't be on no podcast commenting. I'm cool. You not cool. You can't tell me what people want to see about me. I make niggas want to have girlfriends. You make niggas don't want to have girlfriends because you did it wrong. You can't be on no... What's it called they on?
His podcast?
Yeah, podcast. We don't even know what a podcast is.
Hey, we have podcasts.
I remember that. Meek Mill didn't like podcasts. What is a podcast? What is a podcast? That's what he said. What is a podcast? What's a podcast? It's like, dude, why would you want to start I'm very spooky? Yeah, I'm spooky. Everybody's spooky. Hartford, what's good? Brian Lewis, Craig Mills, Emery Jones. Meek Mill doesn't know what a podcast is. He was playing a podcast a few years ago. No, City Boy, that's not true. That's not true. Just because nothing happened, there actually was things happening, and they stopped it, and they picked them up. You got to stop with that. Yeah, they just decided not to press charges. Sharon Woods, Meek destroyed himself. He might want a Tax Stone podcast. Why does Meek Mill want a podcast all of a sudden? Is he saying he gives up on music? Is he saying that he has no competition in music? Because I think you got plenty. You got Lil Baby, you got Lil Durk, you got people like that. You do have competition. You got SG, you got Yo Gotti, you got Moneybagg Yo. That's your competition. What's up, JT? Militant, what's good? Anthony Bell, Big Crib G. Oh, gosh, we got you. What's good, bro? DJ So Cool. What's good, Big Crip? Emery, Cashville, Jason Bell, Sharon Woods. Neighborhood All-Star. Death by Designer, I see you. City Boy, see you in the room, too. Hartford, Brian, M. Cook, Sharon. I see you. Sharon Woods. I see everybody in the room. All right, so smash that like button if you're in the room, too. Smash that like button on 3 for good vibes, positive vibes, all that good stuff, because when you show love, you get love back, okay? James Lewis. Hood Edition News, what's good? Omniscient Observer. Cashville Gates. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. James Lewis, Meal Judge. Vision, what's good? So, Clarence Pugh, what's good? What do you think about Meek Mill wanting to start a podcast, everybody? I think it's a little hypocritical, you know? No, Trippy Cash, actually, I liked Meek's last freestyle, or whatever he just put out, the video. I liked a lot of Meek's music, okay? Meek do a lot of little funny stuff on Twitter, though. Like, we got to be honest, okay? He should probably stay off of Twitter, okay? I like Meek Mill's raps. I like some of the stuff he does. I like when he gives back. I like all that, and I always talk about that. But you only hear the negative. I go after anybody, just like people go after me on here. You guys go after me all the time on here. Okay, I can take it just as well. Okay, people come after me all the time. Okay. Next celebrity boxing match, I want to see Meek versus a punching bag. Oh, come on. You shouldn't film yourself punching a punching bag, though. That goes for any rapper. A lot of rappers get caught doing that when it's like, nah, don't do that. Then Styles P, It's the Real said, but you and Jada said we would all make it. And he said, no. We does not equal everybody. That song ain't everybody. We gonna make it. It means we gonna make it. Carlo, Meek wants the money. The ads, the sponsors. Yeah. Everybody wants something once it's working. Those are the people. That's the funny part about it. People want to be part of something when it's working, and not when it's not working. When World Star started out, that wasn't working, but we made it work. We made it work. I teamed up with them, and we made it work. DVDs weren't really working in the beginning, but we made it work. Music videos weren't, doing it solo in the beginning wasn't working, but you make it work. And then people joined the bandwagon after you put in the hard work and the sacrifice, the blood, sweat, and tears. It's crazy. DZ, James. But when you were playing podcasts before, keep that same energy. That's my point. Keep the same energy, right? Just like everybody want to be a rapper, but don't want to rehearse stage shows. Exactly. Dipset didn't rehearse at all, and they got destroyed by the Locks once again. Jim Jones and 50 Cent destroyed him in the beginning, and then they destroyed themselves by not rehearsing. That was sad. Dipset had a lot of material that they didn't pull out the bag. Emery Jones, what's good? Mark Carrero, I see you. James Lewis. Everybody's in the building. Was that Jimmy said on tape? But the guys... See, Brian Granger. It's not really up for debate. Jim Jones... It's a little spooky what happened with Jim Jones, but they didn't press charges on him. So, and that's it. But it was brought up. It was swept under the rug a long time ago. And that's that. 50 Cent. See, Brian, you were definitely in listening to the Jim Jones thing because, Brian, there's no proof that Wack is police, okay? They said that. Okay? They're putting a narrative out to combat the narrative that has facts behind it, has actual audio on it, So, Brian, don't be confused by all that. Don't know Bloods do that. Do what? Talk to people? Do podcasts? Big U just interviewed Quando Rondo. I mean, he's a Crip. It's like he's a rolling 60s. I don't know, man. If that's the case, then Blood rappers can't rap, period, because they talk too much, They got to rap about something. They're rapping about too much, right? Crip rappers shouldn't rap. I mean, I'm just saying, man. Nah, he's not dry snitching. You know why, Brian? I'm going to refute that right now. This is why he's not dry snitching. When it's public evidence on the internet already that was played in court, you're not dry snitching anymore, okay? Don't listen to these rappers that try to change the narrative for their own benefit. Listen, he should have never responded in the first place. He should have never been talking about it and having his friends talk for him in the first place. I salute his friends for having his back and everything, but dude, he should have done his own talking, And you can say whatever you want, but Wack is more real than that, bro. Neighborhood Star. I mean, he's more real than us. He was down with Death Row and all that. Like, he's done a lot of stuff, man. He's just older. I think he's in his 50s, But I'm not taking up for anybody. Wack does Wack stuff too. I didn't like the Nipsey stuff, I hated that. I hated when he was talking about that. I didn't like when the game was going around chasing Meek Mill out of nowhere. You know what I mean? I criticize everybody, bro. You know? I criticize, but Wack wasn't wrong on this one. He was just doing whatever, you know? He's more the real deal than a lot of these rappers. I'm going to tell you that much. Okay? He actually throws hands, too. They don't throw hands, bro. Cal, where's JT's money? Cal's never going to give me that money. Clean up, what's good? Canaan Land, what's good? Cashville Gates, Jerry, Brian, I see you all in here. Scott Free. Emery Jones, True Life Voice. Jimmy. Oh, I remember that. Sharon Woods. Hey, dude, I just tell how I see it. I'm not trying to go after anybody. There's certain things that really bother me in the game, and I'll continue to bring it up again, you know? I finally get to speak about it, man. I saw all that stuff. Anyways, it's been about 30 minutes, and the mic is starting to act funny, like I told you. After 30 minutes, this thing starts going in and out. I got to figure out why that happens. It's expensive mic, too. It doesn't even make sense. Leon, I appreciate you all in here. As always, we go live between 8 and 9 at night. Monday through Friday, sometimes on the weekends, sometimes Saturdays, Sundays, okay? Make sure you smash the like button, show love. Show love, you get love back. Good karma, put that out in the universe. I appreciate you all. Jelly Roll Central, Mr. Uptown, I'm trying to catch Scott Free, Leon. Just trying to make sure I got everybody. Bezel, Ryan Granger. Hey, it's all love, Brian. We can always disagree in here as long as there's respect. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I appreciate you being in here at all. And, you know, I'm open to criticism. And I'm sure you guys are too. That's all we're doing, you know? JT, I'm not here dropping the exclusive free Boosie news today. See, you know, we can laugh about stuff, man. And at the end of the day, I appreciate you guys for supporting, man. It's all love, man. You know, and if I come at you, it's not like I don't like you. I don't agree with what you said, and I'm just giving my perspective. Swirl Girl, I see you, man. I see you. Thank you so much for watching. And again, we'll go live tomorrow, and I'm going to drop another video in an hour or two. So watch out for that one. Okay, we're going to continue dropping. I appreciate you guys. Jim about to be real emotional. Oh well, it's all good. He raps. You know, he's dropping great music. Hopefully, he just stays focused on that. He should really just ignore all that because what's done is done. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, just if you talk about it, it's going to bring more attention to it and more people. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way to talk your way out of that one. There's actual wiretaps, you know? You just got to leave it alone. Why did Shine not get the same love? It's true. Why didn't he? Kenwood Drive, what's good? Big Papa Luck. Moonrock, I see you. Emery Jones. Shout out to everyone. If I missed you, just come back tomorrow. Miguel, I appreciate you guys. And, yeah, stay positive out here. I appreciate you guys. But also keep it real at the same time. Don't just try to be overly positive. You got to be real when things are messed up. Cesar Sosa, I see you in the room. All right, guys. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Love you all. Smash that like button. Appreciate you. And I'll check you guys in the next one.